ladies and gentlemen, it's MtG here back with another Magic video, and today we're going to be playing a Golgari Aggro style deck, and this deck has been very strong for me when I've been playing it in the ranked queue, and so we're going to be playing it ranked today. But it has a lot of very powerful cards in it, so it's not like a janky deck. We have pretty much mythic rare, mythic rare, mythic rare, mythic rare. Yeah, so you can imagine that this deck might be a little bit strong, right? So yeah, but basically what we want to do is get a Rotting Regisaur down onto the field. So that's very much like it's a ton of power early, but what it allows us to do is play the Great Henge for only 2 green mana at that point, which means whenever we play a non-token creature, we are going to put a +1/+1 counter on it and draw a card. So the negative of discarding cards with Rotting Regisaur can be kind of undone almost with the Great Henge, because we're going to be generating so much value, so much draw value with the Great Henge, that we can just keep on putting creatures onto the board and keep pressing the attack. Another way we kind of mitigate the negative of having to discard a card with Rotting Regisaur is that we're playing 4 copies of Gutterbones, and Gutterbones is a creature that is a 2/1 for 1, and it enters the battlefield tapped. That's not bad, right? This is not a bad creature to have on the field, but what we really want to do with this is keep one at least in our hand, so that whenever we have to discard a card, we can throw a Gutterbones into the graveyard, and then if we deal damage on that turn, we can bring it back to our hand to discard it again later, so we're not having to discard things that we really want to keep. Like, if we have to discard Murderous Rider or Questing Beast and things like that, we really don't want to be doing that, so it's nice to have a Gutterbones, or, you know, even the smaller creatures like Knight of the Ebon Legion and Foundmire Knight. Once we have a Rotting Regisaur down, we're pretty okay with discarding these cards. Speaking of which, let's look at our 1-drops. We have only black mana 1-drops, and the main reason for that is that I want to be consistently able to play a 1-drop if we have, and that's why we're playing 8 Swamps and not starting with, we could start with Gilded Goose or something, but it doesn't really help us a ton to play Gilded Goose. We don't get a whole lot of value out of that, except that occasionally we might be able to play a turn 2 Rotting Regisaur, but we are playing Paradise Druid, which allows us to ramp a little bit. But anyway, so we can draw cards with Foundmire Knight later on in the game, and I really like Foundmire Knight because it has Death Touch, and so there are going to be a lot of creatures that we want to block with a 1/1 Death Toucher, right? Especially decks that are like mirror matchups, we want to be able to block Rotting Regisaur with a 1/1 Death Touch, because that's really nice, and this doesn't have Trample by itself. And then Gutterbones, as I said, we're going to be wanting to discard that. And then Knight of the Ebon Legion is another way to have a Death Touch creature, but is also a way to generate value throughout the game, because we're going to be putting a lot of +1/+1 counters on this if we're dealing a significant amount of damage to our opponent. So, yeah, that's kind of the deck. There's a couple other things I do want to talk about, though. So we do have 2 Order of Midnight, so we can return creature cards from our graveyard to our hand. Things that we didn't want to discard, but we had to discard to Rotting Regisaur. Yeah, Order of Midnight helps us quite a bit with that. And it's a 2/2 flying body, so that's pretty solid as well. I mentioned this already, but 4 Paradise Druids to make sure we can ramp. And it's less about the ramp and more about the mana fixing, because our mana costs in this deck are actually pretty difficult. You know, Murderous Rider is 2 blacks and 1 colorless, and then Vivien Arkbow Ranger is especially tough with 3 green and 1 colorless, and then we have 2 green, 2 black, and 2 green. So we do want to make sure we have some mana fixing to consistently be able to play these things on curve. Vivien Arkbow Ranger is huge in this deck. Very important card. Not only the -3, so you can use it for removal, -3, target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker. So most of the time we're going to be using that on Rotting Regisaur to take something out. But also, what I've seen done, and I haven't actually done this, but what I've seen done is you do that for you -3, you target your own creature, Foundmire Knight, so it deals damage to another creature, and it has Death Touch, so any amount of damage from this creature is going to kill that creature. So that's another nice upside of having Foundmire Knight in here. But Vivien's +1 is very important for us, because we do have big creatures like Questing Beast and Rotting Regisaur that do not have Trample on their own, and so being able to put counters on them, so not only make them bigger, but give them Trample until the end of turn, is very important. And yeah, we pretty much will never use her -5. It's just not important for us. But I do have 1 Smitten Swordmaster in the sideboard, just so I didn't get the alert from MTG Arena. So because it's always like, oh, this one of your cards does something with the sideboard, so you need to put something in your sideboard. So I put a creature in there, but we're never going to use that. It's just not good for us in this deck. I'm not really sure when you would want to ever do that. Her +1 and her -3 are very, very, very good on their own. So why are we playing 2 Master of Pranks and 2 Questing Beast? Questing Beast is just really, really, really good. But the reason we're playing both of these is, first of all, they both have haste and they're difficult to block. So we can pretty much get damage in immediately with them whenever we play them. Rankle, I think, is important because sometimes there will be creatures that our opponent has that we want to force them to sacrifice, and we don't have like a targeted ability. Also, we may want to use this to draw cards. There will be a lot of times where our opponent has several more cards than us, and it's not really that big of a deal to give them a card if it gives us a card if we have only like 1 or 0 cards in our hand, right? Yeah, I think Rankle is a pretty solid addition, but it's definitely, if I was gonna cut something from this deck, it would probably be Rankle, because I think you could probably run another Questing Beast and another Murderous Rider, and you'd be fine. But I do like Rankle because it has flying and haste, and it has upsides when you deal damage with it. So that's a thing. And then Questing Beast is just very, very strong. It can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less, so that's actually good. It helps us not get blocked by Cauldron Familiar, which is important. And then this is another way to kill Planeswalkers because we just have to attack to the face, and then the damage is going to be dealt to the Planeswalkers separately. So yeah, very important card in this deck. Just really, really, really strong. I think I'm pretty much done talking about this, except that I want to point out that we have 23 lands. I think I definitely didn't think we needed 24 because we do have most of our plays are on the lower end of this curve, and we do have a Paradise Druid to kind of fix our mana, especially like if we only have 2 lands, that's fine because we can usually play Paradise Druid. But I didn't want to cut to 22 because there's definitely times where we're going to want to have 4 or more lands on the field. You know, it's really important that we play things on turn 4 on curve. Usually we do that with Paradise Druid, but sometimes we can't, so we just have to play lands, so it's fine. But yeah, I kind of wanted a balance between kind of an aggro land thing and a mid-rangey land count. So yeah, that's it. That's all I'll say about that. We're not playing Castle Locthwaite. I don't think it's that important. You may want to throw it in here, but I've never really felt like I really, really needed that draw. Generally because we have Great Henge on the board, and Great Henge is amazing. So let's get into some gameplay here. I'm just going to be drinking my coffee and playing some Magic. But as I said, I've been doing really, really well with this in the ranked queue. I think as of now, as my practice games, I'm like have a 70% win rate. I think I'm like 7-3 or something like that, which is very good. Yeah, I mean that seems good, right? 7-3. That's not right. Is that right? 7-3 would not be a 70% win rate, would it? I don't know. Whatever. I'm going to keep this, actually. It feels a little bit bad. But I'm going to keep 7 and see what they play. Okay, they play nothing. In that case, I think I also play nothing. I'm going to hold on to my Foulmire Knight for a while. I'm hoping I draw into another land or draw into a Rotting Regisaur, at least, because Paradise Druid is going to come down on this turn. What do you got? Runaway Steamkin. Okay. Hey, there's a Rotting Regisaur. So we go Paradise Druid here. Fortunately, what's great about Paradise Druid is that it has hexproof when it's untapped. So, yeah, it can't get shocked to death here, which would really screw us. So that's pretty nice. We'll take the damage. I'm not blocking that for sure. Rimrock Knight. Okay, fair enough. That's going to be a ton of damage on me, but that's okay. And shocking me, so I take. Yikes. 7 damage this turn. Whew. I'm out of the stage, so that now has 3 counters on it, so they can pull them off to play Scorch Spitter and Rimrock Knight. That's actually really, really such a good turn for our opponent. I don't know. It will be very difficult for us to recover from this. That's not what I thought they were going to play. Not at all what I thought they were going to play. Yeah, I think they should have done that differently. They probably should have gone Scorch Spitter and Rimrock Knight, and then on their next turn played... Yeah, you can't play that, homie. I don't think you have the mana to cast that, sir.
Come on, Chandra.
Bummer, dude. Okay, so we don't have a land. If we had a land... If we'd hit a land drop, we could have played Questing Beast. So that's a big old bummer. I think we're going to end up losing our Paradise Druid. I think we do just go Rotting Regisaur. It's such a big blocker that they're going to be hopefully scared to attack with their Runaway Steamkin. I'm a little worried though that they're going to play, they're going to kill my Paradise Druid here. But fingers crossed they don't kill Paradise Druid, because I would really appreciate being able to play Great Henge next turn. Really, I would really like that, yes. Because Great Henge gains us life, which is actually going to be relevant against this deck that wants to burn us out. Yep, that's what I thought. Paradise Druid dies, and then they probably just play Bone Crusher Giant with Runaway Steamkin's mana. So, man, that stinks. Oh, jeez. Okay. We gotta play Great Henge next turn, so hopefully we draw land here. That would be cool. Please give me a forest. Forest? Discard. I will discard one of the Great Henges. Are you kidding me? We just lose, right? We lose the game, huh? All I can do is play Paradise Druid. I mean, I could play one of these, but there's no point. I think I try to survive next turn, and then we can get in Great Henge, and hopefully, yeah, we can gain life with it, but hopefully we can draw a land. Because land would mean we can play Great Henge and Questing Beast, which would be super important. And I think we die, right? So they do that. That deals me 4 damage. Maybe we don't die. Okay, so they're just getting in cheeky damage. If they have a Skewer the Critics in hand, if that's what their card is, then we... Okay, no. We will go... Discard Knight of the Ebon Legion. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, man, that's so good. Very, very clutch. Okay, what we can do here is... I think we go, instead of Vivien, we go Questing Beast. I think it's more important because it has Vigilance, and it can stay up as a blocker. And then I attack with both, which should be 12 damage if they don't block, which I doubt they will. And seeing as they only have 1 card in their hand, I doubt they can just burn me out with spells this turn. So we have a like very, very good chance of being able to win the game now. That was super important. Okay, they go Experimental Frenzy. Which means... But they have 3 mana left with Runaway Steamkin. So they shock me. They keep 2 mana up. They float 2 mana. Now they have 3 mana. Slaying Fire kills me. Okay, Bone Crusher Giant. Sweet. Sweet. We're still alive, baby. Okay, discarding a card. What do we discard here? I think we discard Order of Midnight. I think we're going to want a cantrip with Foulmire Knight here. Resolve it. See what we draw. Another Questing Beast. Okay, we can't play that. We go... Vivien Arkbow Ranger.
Nature will take back what rightfully belongs to
we can kill something. Dang, we're gonna be, I think, 1 damage short of killing them. Is that right? They can block. That's 7. Unless I go... I'm trying to figure out what I do here. Can I kill them? Okay, that's 12 damage. If we go +2, +1, +1, that would be 14 damage. They can only prevent 6 if it's trample. So that'd be a kill, right? Yeah, we kill him. Okay, we go. Counter, counter. I hope I do this math right. I think I'm doing the math right. We attack all. They can only prevent 6 damage. So they're dead. They're dead. Say goodbye. Oh, yes. What a turnaround. I thought for sure we had lost this game. Great Henge is dirty. Such a good card. Holy moly. That life gain was the only thing that kept us alive, actually. The only thing. Let's go, baby. Let's play again. I love this deck. I love this deck. And most of what we were doing with only 2 mana. Like, only 2 lands, I mean. So, that's nice. That's nice. I don't know if this is keepable just because of the mana that we've got. I think I'm gonna keep it. Because we're on the draw. I'm hoping we can draw into a Paradise Druid. Okay, so we'll go Gutterbones first. And I'm probably not gonna play the second Gutterbones. They're opting. So this is either Simic Flash or Mono Blue, I think. I guess it could also be, is it Counterburn? Okay, it's Simic. That sucks. That's terrible. Okay, maybe I will just play the second Gutterbones this turn. Because I have discard targets. Like, I don't need 2 Vivien Arkbows. Okay, this feels like Simic Flash. They're probably going to want to flash in... Hello, Gutterbones. Okay, so we're going to go to combat. I'm thinking they're going to flash in... Whatchamacallit? You know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. In turn, I want to hold up Murderous Riders. Ability, Growth Spiral. Okay, not what I was expecting. I was expecting... Nightpack Ambusher, but we'll end the turn. So again, I think they just passed through their own turn. Yep, that's fine. Oh, hello. We attack. They don't flash in anything. So we take them to 10 with, like, no response. I'm gonna play another Gutterbones because I can play Gutterbones and hold up my Murderous Rider thing, but they could counter this and they don't. So we end turn. We have 3/2/1 attackers on the board. Really, you're bouncing a Gutterbones? Okay. So I guess they play Brazen Borrower here. Yep, that's fine. We don't need to kill Brazen Borrower. It's not enough of a threat. And it can't block my attackers on the ground. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw Nissa here. Yep, there we go. Nissa who shakes the world. So we're gonna kill that before this resolves. Well, here's the thing. That's gonna be 6, right? We can't kill it with Gutterbones. So I think we just go, yeah, I think we just kill it straight up like this, while they don't have any mana up.
Harness the elements.
We take 6 damage, which sucks. Fabled Passage. Okay. This gives us,
Scala's vengeance, and I'm coming for you next.
If they want to block these, they're going to have to lose their forest. So they basically lose their forest or take 6 damage and go to 4 damage, which means So, like, I think I lose Vivien next turn. I'm pretty sure they kill it, right? They go Forest and Brazen Borrower, killed by Vivien. But I do have another one in hand. Though I'm afraid next turn, if they're not tapped out, they're just going to have a counter spell for my Vivien, which sucks. But it's a thing. It's a possibility. I'm hoping to get a Rankle for next turn. That would be nice. Rankle would be nice. Or, I mean, Questing Beast would be nice, but they can block it with a Forest. Yep, that's what I thought. So they kill Vivien. They have mana for any number of counterspells. They have Frilled Mystic ready to go. I don't know if it's in their hand, but they can play it. Ugh, okay. If this lands, we win. I guess we don't necessarily win because they could flash in something as a blocker. But if this, yeah, if this lands, that's a big play. Okay, Quench. Fair enough. Okay, I'm gonna go to combat. Let's see. If I attack all, they probably block this Gutterbones with this Forest, and one of these Gutterbones with this Paradise Druid. If I attack with both of these, they block there, probably. So I lose 2 Gutterbones, but they lose both of these. I think... I just attack all, right? Because this should take them to 1, which means if I have anything next turn that can make contact with them, I should win. Yeah, I think we do this. Even though I lose this Gutterbones, I think, to the Forest. I think this is the move. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Okay. As expected. Oh, what you got? What you got? Praise of Borrower, huh? Okay, fair enough. That's a good play. Very good play. I think we go Knight of the Ebon Legion, though, because we can buff this up for next turn, so they have to block it. Unfortunately, I take 6 damage right here. Oh, but unless they have a Forest, they can't play Frilled Mystic. Okay, we go to combat. What I'm afraid that's going to happen is that they're going to they're going to block this, right? But they're going to force me to buff him up, and they're going to bounce. Then after I spin the mana, they're going to bounce Knight of the Ebon Legion, which actually gives them a chance to win. But wait a second. If I don't win this turn, I lose, right? Oh, yeah, I lose. Because they just flash in Brazen Borrower and attack me for 6 in the air. Dang it, and I can't block with Order of Midnight, because Order of Midnight can't block. That sucks. Man, this match has been terrible. Yeah. So, we kill their Forest, but we lose. Because 2 Brazen Borrowers in the air, and that we can't deal with, so... Oh, why did you do that? Why did you just bounce that? You would have won if you had just taken the damage. Oh, okay. Well, I guess they might have been thinking I probably have another Murderous Rider. Speaking of Murderous Rider... Do I play it out here? I'm thinking maybe? Maybe not? Do I want to just play 2 creatures? I could go Order of Midnight in the air and then also throw Knight of the Ebon Legion down. I think that's probably what I do, because this makes them at least think about not attacking with Brazen Borrower, because they're going to need a blocker, but of course they can flash in a Brazen Borrower. Playing Simic Flash is just so complicated, but fortunately they're kind of playing with their hand revealed. Okay. They attack. I have to block here or I die, so I do that. Okay. Well, that's cool. That did nothing for us. Let's go to combat. See what they do here. If they make, it's possible they make some kind of mistake, but I mean, we just have drawn horribly. We didn't draw any bangers except for Vivien's. Yeah, we're dead. Okay. We took him to 2. We took him to 2. Oh, what a close game, man. What a close game. So we finally lost with this deck. Let's get back out there, get at least one more game in. That was kind of a weird, boring game, because we didn't get a Paradise Druid, a Rotting Regisaur, a Questing Beast, or a Rankle, or a Great Henge. We got all Gutter Bones and Order of Midnight, stuff that we don't really care about that much. That's a keeper for sure. Okay, Knight of the Ebon Legion to start. Nice. Okay, so turn 2 Paradise Druid gives us turn 3 Questing Beast, which is really nice. Okay, looks like Rakdos Aggro, probably. So we go Paradise Druid. Okay, I'm assuming they just buff their Knight of the Ebon Legion, deal 4 damage. Nope, they don't do that. Okay, what do you got then? Judith. Strange choice. So yeah, I think we just go Questing Beast straight up here. Deal 4 damage to them, they can't block it. And now, so the problem with having Questing Beast as a blocker is if I actually block and kill a creature of theirs, they just kill my Paradise Druid, which is actually something I can't really let that happen right now. What do you do, Bedevil? Okay, well, that stinks. I think we just straight up play Rotting Regisaur here, and I don't play Knight of the Ebon Legion because I need you to be untapped. I need my Paradise Druid untapped for... so it can't get killed by Judith, basically. If they have another Bedevil or maybe a Murderous Rider, Rotting Regisaur will go down right here. Okay, let's think about this. They've got enough mana to buff this up and give it Death Touch. I think I don't block. I can't... Oh, yikes. Okay. So Embercleave is a thing, but the good news is we do have Great Henge. I will discard this, go Great Henge. We can't play Vivien, which sucks. What I can play is I think I wait on that. I attack with Rotting Regisaur. I can kill their Knight of the Ebon Legion with Murderous Rider. Do you block? No blocks. Okay, so we deal 7. Let's think about this. Yeah. I end turn. They probably know what I've got, right? Go to attackers. Has to blockers. See if they buff Knight of the Ebon Legion. Okay. That's actually good. I'm going to resolve that, see if they do it again. Okay, no they don't. But we'll just go ahead and kill. We gain 2 life. And then lose 2 life. And then we take... Or Paradise Druid probably dies here, right? Yep. But we can still play Vivien Arkbow Ranger. Resolve. I will discard Knight of the Ebon Legion. Ooh, Rankle. Rankle is good. But we could also just do Vivien. But if we play Vivien... Let's see. Let's think about this. If we go Rankle, that'll be a 4/4 flyer. If we go Vivien, we gain 2 life. We put counters on Rotting Regisaur, and they have to block it in order to not die, but then I lose 3 life, and they kill me with Embercleave next turn. So I think I go Rankle flying. Yeah, put a counter on it, see what I draw. Okay, Fabled Passage is not... It doesn't really do anything for me right now, but I can get a forest. My goal right now is to not die. So we attack with Rankle. I'm thinking about this. If I force them to sack a creature, does that do anything for me? Not really, I think. I think not really. If I force a discard, I get rid of whatever's in their hand, but it's probably not... I think I just don't do anything, because everything hurts me, I think, more than it hurts them, which sucks. But let's see what they got. Footlight Fiend. Yikes. Okay, so they go Embercleave on Dreadhorde Butcher. That was to be expected. Okay, let's think about what's going to happen here. I'll take 3... Do I... Oh, crap. I take 3 damage because Dreadhorde Butcher will die. Then I take 2 damage from Judith, 1 damage because Dreadhorde Butcher will die. So I take 6 damage. Hopefully they don't have a shock. I think they don't have anything. Okay, yeah. Oh, they're killing Rankle. Interesting. Did not expect that. Huh. Okay, dude. That's cool. Okay, so they equip that to Footlight Fiend. We go... I think I play Murderous Rider here because it gets a counter and I draw a card. I can see what I get. Okay, Forest. Yeah, we play Vivien.
Close your eyes and listen to the sounds of the wild.
If we do this... Either way, Vivien's gonna die. But I think I killed Judith. She's the most valuable right now, so that damage probably kills Vivien, which is fine because I gained life off of that. So I'm staying in the game. We're staying in the game, which is more than I thought we were gonna be doing like a minute ago. Again, Great Henge is freaking a sick card. Okay, so they attack. I think we... I think we don't block this. Because if we block it, we gain 3 life, and Murderous Rider dies, and Footlight Fiend dies. But then they'll just end up equipping this to Gutterbones next turn. And I think I would rather this be an attacker, and I just take the 4 damage for now. Yeah. Okay, we go Knight of the Ebon Legion. Resolve it. Draw the card. Please give me... Not a Gutterbones. Okay. We play Gutterbones. We're trying to draw for Rankle or Questing Beast. Either one wins us the game. Rankle. Yes, we win. Yes. That's game. That's game, baby! Yes! I told you this deck was sick. Great Henge. So much value. So good. I love it. I love it. Very, very, very nice. Love this deck. Let me know what you guys think of this deck in the comments below. You've probably seen similar decks. So if you have suggestions on how to make this better, I think it's really good. I don't know if it's perfect, but I think it's really good. So if you have suggestions for how to make this better, do drop them in the comments below. And if you have suggestions for future decks to play on the channel, please put those in the comments below too. If you want to join the Discord to talk Magic with me, that will be in the description of the video, as well as the deck list for this deck, and my Twitter, and is there anything else? I think that's it. I think that's pretty much it. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. See you guys in the next one. Peace.